So, hello there. How scary is this? Alright. So, my father, who I love dearly, and I will get him to model it for the thumbnail, he wants a balaclava. So, I'll make him one, that's fine. But I'm going to make my sister one as well, because both of them tend to walk the dogs before dawn and everything else like that. And even in February, we can still have a real nasty cold patch. So yeah, which is hard to believe because we're actually having a heat wave here at the minute. So, but this time last year it was snowing, so who knows. Now I have everything I need. Made a white one for my sister, well, cream. And I'm making a black one for my dad. Because I don't have any blue fleece, but he'd probably wear blue or black. Now, I had so much trouble getting this toggle. I went to all my suppliers, I even looked online, and I'd given up, and I went into a guy's shop, Dennis in High Wycombe, and he used to run a haberdashery store, and he's still got these. So, fingers crossed you can get a toggle. My next resort was to go to a charity shop and buy an old fleece so that I could steal one off it. So yes, I know, I don't like to do anything that I know you can't get hold of. Anyway, I've got the pattern here for the white one. So I'm just going to draw around. It's such a simple make. You know, you'd be horrified that I hadn't done one before for my poor father. I'm going to make his a bit longer actually, because of I can. It's an ideal time to adjust the pattern, isn't it? Especially if you're making two together. So I'm going to make his a bit longer. That's just an inch longer. It's nothing much. And this is actually square, this pattern, so it doesn't really matter which way round. And I'm going to cut out the face as well. What I mean by cut out the face is that it just comes in slightly. Yes, but that's fine. It's just one of those things. And I was thinking, instead of having a folded bit of cloth, a single bit of cloth, that I would have a double bit of cloth on there for him, just to keep it tidy, because he does feel the cold, he really does. So here we go. Now this is the pattern for the strap. Now I have no idea, well, I think in the ones that you can buy in the shops, because they do sell them here, and they're sold as training balaclavas for mad sports people that want to start training early in the morning, and they're using the extra temperature as part of their workout. So I think they're actually attached, but I'm leaving mine unattached because my sister likes to have her ears covered. She really does. So she can pull it up slightly. Alrighty, well, I'm using craft scissors. Don't recommend you do that. But my scissors have disappeared from my sewing room. Nope, it's not me that's buried them. And literally, it's a very basic shape. I've got the machine set up for a running stitch, and I used it to make that, so, although I have changed the thread, so there shouldn't be a problem. Now the nice thing about fleece is that it doesn't fray, so it's one of these modern fabrics, and very, very easy to sew, and very happy. It's just a very happy fabric. It does get tired. When you buy it, there's like two types. There's like normal type, and then there's anti-pile type. Now it really depends what you can get hold of. That's not on a fold. Oh, silly me. Okay, well, it's just as well I noticed. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this out, but I'm going to cut it out on a fold. So, which is great. Now there is a right side and a wrong side, so in a minute you'll see me staring blankly, trying to work that one out, because I can't tell. You can only really tell after a couple of washes, and then it really shows. So, yeah. Who knows? Who knows indeed. Okay, so I've got my bits. I get rid of that and get my sewing machine. So what I need to do is, okay, it's quite obvious on this one. It wasn't on the other one. This is the outside, and I suppose it looks like velvet. And this is the inside, which I suppose it looks more like felt. And all I'm going to do, this is the strap that goes around the neck, is run a line of stitches along it. Okay. This is one of these jobs that I keep meaning to do, and that is rewire the plug on this. How lazy am I that I can't be bothered? Okay. Let's keep this straight. If it does grab too much from the bottom, then just hold it up a bit. So yes, I'm just trimming that because I didn't hold it up. I'm going to turn this inside out, which shouldn't take a second. And it should be big enough that you don't need a knitting needle or anything, although I have got a pen here. Maybe I could do it with that. There we go. Now I'm doing this first because I'm going to stitch it all in one go. It just makes life a bit easier. And I do get myself in a right pickle. The more I panic, the less I can do as well. So yes, this is when I start singing to you. So yeah, the bigger you make it, the easier it'll be able to turn inside out. But you just have to do it, you know. You want it as nice as possible. And there we are. So all I've got is a tube, really. It's a tube. Now, I'm just going to turn these the other way around so that I've got the outside out. And I'm literally just going to sew along the top and round the outside. So, not very hard, but when I get to the bottom, I am going to insert this tube, which is easier said than I make it sound. So let me just do these running stitches. Do you know, I've never got this machine to go at full speed. Every other machine I just sit with my foot at the bottom, but this one was scary. So, excuse me, I have my sticky out bit here, which is for the bottom. You can see that. And I've stopped parallel to this being inserted just above it. Okay. I'm going to make sure this is folded out completely. And I'm going to place it on the outside of both sides. So it's coming underneath as well. I'm going to keep the seam that I've just sewed. It really doesn't show, does it? But I've got the seam at the back so that the soft flacing bit is all at the front. I've lifted my foot up just to keep these all in line, and what I'm going to do is sort of snoosh it under so that I use it as a third hand, as it were. Now I am sewing 6 layers of fleece. So what I'm going to do is go, and then I'm just going to lift my foot up and smooth it all out again. I like to think of it as I give the machine a fighting chance. So I'm now going over the hems of the face bit. So I'm now going over 8. So you can see what I mean. This is so easy to sew. It's just just a delight to sew. Now it's permanent stitch, so I'm just going to reverse over it. There we are. Maybe I was better off if I did the white one with you. Okay, well I'll play it back and see what it looks like. If I have to make a third one, I have to make a third one. Now, this is the bit that sticks out, the face part, and I'm just going to put a couple of stitches in there so that you can, so that it's sewn, as it were. Lovely. Now I suppose these bits are they're the hard wearing bits, so I don't mind going over them twice. A little bit of reverse stitch. Lovely. Now this is very simple. All I'm going to do is I'm going to hem the bottom. Now the machine has pushed it out slightly, so what I'm going to do is just cut this corner so it's level, and then I can pick the rest up with the actual sewing. I'm going to start just before the seam, because it's as good a place as any, really. I suppose if I was to say you should start, what I would say is you should start on the face part just before the face part of the seam. This way you keep it all as nice as possible for the bit you can see. So I'm not doing a double hem or anything, I'm just doing an open hem. This is fine because this just does not mind this fabric. Okay, I'm going to go over the seam now. So what I'm doing is I'm placing pressure on the back of the garment. This is just to help it get through that difficult bit. But I have no quandary about asking the machine to sew this amount of fleece. So lovely. I'm just joining up the stitches now. Lovely. So the last bit, I suppose, is the trickiest bit. I'm just doing my ends now so that they don't get caught up in the machine. So I'm still inside out. What I've done is I've pushed this out of the way because of this bit's hard enough. Now, when we started this, I had a toggle, didn't I? I still have a toggle. So what I need to do is I need to check that my knot is really well knotted, and I need to fold this under there and then just run a line of stitches so to make it hold it in place. Now, the way I'm going to do it is do it all in one go. Like you could put, I used to use a safety pin to push bits of cord through, bits of elastic. This is elastic cord, by the way. But what I'm going to do is I've got my thumb on it, so I know where it is. And I'm just going to literally sew the whole circle, but I am going to make sure that the toggle is at the bottom. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm not going to sew the whole circle. I'm going to start again at the top. Okay. So I'm now at the top. I'm going to make sure, I'm going to do it this side, that the elastic cord is pushed right into the centre of this seam. I'm just going over the seam again, matching up the stitches. given myself quite a generous seam allowance for the face part of the garment. Now the measurements for this hood are 31 centimetres after sewn, so that's just over 12 and a half inches. So then if you add on maybe an inch, to give yourself half an inch all the way around as hem allowance, that would be great. And it is basically a very simple hood shape. Make sure that's on the inside. I'm going to turn it all inside out. And then we've got a rectangle for the internal scarf. So yes, I made sure my hair was at the side so I could get this on and off. Alrighty, so there's the hood. I have the nose band, as it were, just here, and I can wear that down as part of my scarf. If it's really, really cold, I can put that over my nose. And then with my toggle, I can tighten it all up, and I can face these cold winter mornings. Now, if I get too hot, I can pull that down and then just wear it as a scarf. There is officially a number of ways you can wear this. And I can't remember them all, so I'm not even going to attempt to show you. Or you can wear it as a sort of beanie as well. So I will get my dad to model it because he loves it, honestly. You get a camera out and he just hides. So I hope you've enjoyed watching. I hope it's been constructive, if not fun. I do a weekly blog sort of video thing, so hopefully I'll catch you again. Anyway, my name's Fiona. Thank you for watching.